Hello, are we all going? Okay. Just got a few things to do. Holy moly. Alright, I think I'm up and running. I updated my sound and graphics drivers, so things were not working 100% like I'm used to. Anyway, I think I've got everything going again. Where the hell am I? Okay, and... I was about to jump. Okay. What's this? Uh-huh. Okay, then let's do the jump. I have only one jump? That's really weird. I'm sure the other day I had like more than 100 left. Oh well, let's see.
Scanning for anomalies.
Adding information to database.
Alright, 10 bodies here. I wonder if there will be any... I'm the wrong way up. We are actually headed like this way. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see what's here. Asteroid clusters. Let's get rid of some of them.
Body B1 may host a marked biological and has high biological value. Body B1 landable with atmosphere.
My app tells me one of them could be very lucrative, so going there. And it's worth going to map A1 too.
Body B5. Landable with atmosphere. Body B6. May host a marked biological and has high biological value.
Not
Body
so
B6.
lucrative.
Landable with atmosphere.
Biologicals there. What is this here?
System scan complete.
Really? It's the rest of the asteroid clusters. Okay, so first of all, A1, because it's pretty close. Directly behind me, of course, because yeah. But anyway, go and map that quickly. Yeah, so I had a bit of a weird issue with my PC. It seemed to forget about my usual sound output, which is usually to the, either the Realtek sound driver or to my headphones, Steel Series headphone. I can't remember what it's called. And it gave me a whole lot of these, what I think were bogus Steam sound devices. I can't remember exactly what they were called. And none of my sound was coming out, and I thought, bugger. So anyway, I deleted all sound devices, downloaded fresh sound drivers, deleted all the software, uninstalled everything, and removed the, not physically removed, but in Device Manager removed all the hardware. Let Windows find that again, installed the drivers, everything. Now everything's back and running, and while I was at it, I thought, I haven't updated my graphics card for some time. So that's what I did. And B1. Because I haven't updated my graphics card drivers for a long time. So yeah, uninstalled that. Also, even down to going into Device Manager and removing the graphics card again. So everything should be nice, shiny, and bright and clean, and working above all. I don't usually worry about these things too much. I mean, the graphics drivers, I've got onboard sound. I've got a pretty good motherboard. Well, it was. It's about 10 years old now. Got the Gigabyte. I don't remember what it's called. So long since I've installed it or fiddled with it in any way. So, but when I bought it, it was like pretty damn good. It was one of the best ones. And so, with such old hardware, there's no point in updating the drivers every 5 minutes. And the graphics card, I'm running a 2070 Super. And again, you know, it was, I don't think it was new when I bought it. I mean, I bought it direct from the shop, but the graphics card wasn't new. Newish. A year or a couple of years, I don't know. But yeah, I don't see the point in updating graphics card drivers every time a new one comes out for old hardware. Especially when the old one still works very well. And it does. But yeah, every couple of years or so. So glad it's Friday. There's gotta be more to life. I've always believed there's gotta be more to life than just working Monday to Friday and living for the weekend. There's gotta be more to it than this. I mean, it's fine if you got a nice job that you like and you enjoy being there, but when they're the working environment, I really hate working in that office. I really do. One, two, three. Let's see. Was that enough?
Surface scanned by 50.
Body B1
Yep.
may host a marked biological and has high biological value.
Bacterium and stratum, they are everywhere. One of the voice packs that I bought, I kind of almost got it for free, was the ship's cat, and every now and again it thinks I'm addressing it, and so it purrs in my ear or does something. Alright, let's go and I remember the daylight is on the other side. Let's go and have a look. Looking for some of that nice green stuff, that sickly green. Yeah, this'll do. Not seeing. If I'm not pointing at it, then yeah, I don't know. I don't see any obvious patches. Anyway, there's only 2 biologicals here. Yeah, I think this is the green that I'm looking for. Let's go to this end. Touchdown. Touchdown. Oh yeah, plenty of stuff here. So, what is this?
Bacterium oraceus scanned.
Thank
Base
you.
value 1 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters. New codex entry.
And
Bacterium oraceus, sage. Stratum
and that.
tectonicus scanned. Base value 19,010,800.
I think I can get out the
Minimum sample
SRV for
distance
this.
500 meters. New codex entry. Stratum tectonicus, turquoise.
Come on, let me land. Lights off.
Low gravity warning.
Alright, there's some right here. So let's get first footfall and a sample. Thank you. Unsafe temperatures. 151k? Yeah, it's pretty cold. Right, now keep an eye on my ship. And let's head out this way. Bonk. What's that?
Minimum distance reached.
Okay.
Traveled over 500 meters
Here we
from
go.
previous sample.
Take some of this.
Drive assist off.
Second sample. This is the lucrative one. 19 million. And then we will go this way. And over there, that should be far enough. No, not yet. Maybe this?
Minimum distance
Thank you.
reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Drive assist off.
Sample number 3. What's the gravity? 0.4. Hmm. I think I should go back the way I came because I saw some bacterium. Pretty sure I saw some bacterium. So, should have marked it, but anyway, too late now. Over there. There it is. I think there was another big patch near the ship. So that'll be 2.
Drive assist off.
Come on, it's right here when you can't see it. Fuck off. Okay, now we head back towards the ship. We'll go this way a little bit.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
No, don't see any that way. Now, where was the sample near the ship? It's not up there. There it is. Knew it wasn't far. Let's do this one.
Drive assist off.
This will be sample number 2. And yeah, I'm gonna go back to the ship. Get the last one from the air, and then we're done. We're gone. Retrieve SRV.
Okay, executing now. Stand by. Securing the ship.
Drive assist off.
Okay. Now, let's quickly go that 500.
Minimum distance reached.
There we go.
You've traveled over 500
And
Landing
meters
there we
from
go.
gear
previous
already
sample.
down.
Right over there. Oh. There's one right here. Come on, let me land. Thank you. Okay, before I do anything, let's see what's going on with the galaxy map. That was the last jump. Wow. Okay. Now, where... Oh. I was headed this way. Go down to here. What's that? Red dwarf. Okay. Are there any interesting stars? White. Okay. What's that? Blue, white. Let's see. No. Ah, here we go. Star class. Let us take all of those off. And that one. What are left? DC White Dwarf. DCV White Dwarf. I don't know what the difference is. DC. Let's go this one. Oh, a neutron star. Let's go here instead. Okay. There's even a chance that nobody else has been there before. And I might get there first. You never know. Alright, so now... lift off.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Frameshift operating beyond safety limits.
Good.
Frameshift drive charging.
And... yeah, that was pretty quick.
Leaving system.
Yeah, I'm not going. I didn't go to the other planet. There was only like 2 million available there, so no. Got everything
Adding
I wanted,
information to database.
and that's enough. We're upside down again.
Fuel scooping complete.
18 bodies. There. That's our correct orientation. Get a bit of distance from the main star. And let's see what we got. Not much.
Body A1. May host a
One
marked
biological. No.
Body A1.
My app tells
Landable
me
with
it's the
atmosphere.
El Cheapo one. Not worth it.
Body A4. Landable with atmosphere.
Still, I am a little bit surprised to see any biology at all. So, there's that. Nothing around there. What's this?
Body A3. May host a marked biological.
No.
Body A3. Landable with atmosphere.
No. No, no, no. Another El Cheapo 1 million thing.
Body A2.
Not worth
May
it.
host a marked biological.
And another one.
Body A2. Landable with atmosphere.
Oh, come on. To 16,905, 260,000 light seconds away. No. And what? Temperature 20 Kelvin. Holy moly. How hot or how cold is this one? I didn't check. Also 20. Wow. I actually wonder what is the... I don't even know the coldest planet that I've ever been on. $20 Kelvin above absolute zero. Wow. Oh, 20 degrees above absolute zero. Wow. Wow. If it wasn't so far, I think I'd be tempted to go there and land. Just because 20 is an easy number to remember. Hello. Oh, I've got... Would you mind explaining real quick the mouse A and B 1 and 2 weapons and scanning? I'm not sure I understand the question. Mouse A and B, I presume that's the mouse buttons, and 1 and 2 options for weapons and scanning. I've got this thing here, get out of the way. I'm I'm really not sure what you mean. Mouse A and B wanted to for weapons and scanning. The scanning I'm doing with my HOTAS. I'm not using on the ship options module. Oh, let's have a look. Let's do that and that. Controls. I presume general. Weapons and scanning. Okay, so weapons and scanning, that will be ship control. So we got to go in here. Mouse flight, targeting weapons. I don't use a mouse for almost anything, just for menus. I did use it in the Galaxy, and I can use it the same way in the system. Oh, what? Not settings on the ship. It's on the ship option. Oh, I really don't know what you mean. Come on, cancel. On the ship itself. Mind explaining real quick the mouse A and B. Unless you mean the blue lines on the screen, at the top of the one it says secondary A and primary A. You hit 4. I don't know what 4 does. Let's see. Oops. Okay, modules. A and B. The only thing I can think of is A and B is here in the fire groups. You can create a fire group. Okay, I don't have any weapons on this ship, but it works the same with limpets, utilities. They all work in the same way. On you have 2 firing options, primary fire and secondary fire. So primary fire is 1 and secondary fire is 2. So on my HOTAS I have the trigger, which is fire 1, and I have this button on the top, which is my secondary fire. So I can choose on here. Let's create a new fire group. The minute I put anything in one of these circles, I create a new fire group. So this new one that I'm going to create will be fire group C. And let's say the surface scanner, I want to use the normal trigger, so I just make that 1. And let's say I want to fire a heatsink with the top button, so I make that number 2. So now okay, so that's setting them up. Now to use them, I get out of here, and now at the top of the blue section there you can see secondary A on the left and primary A on the right. What that does is list all the weapons that are mapped to that button. So on the right I have all the weapons in this fire group for the trigger, and on the left for the button. So to change fire groups, my keys are here. So this is fire group B. Do I have anything on the primary? Hang on a second, let me... No, I've just got a heatsink. And the repair limpet, I think I'm in the wrong mode for that. Switch to combat. No. Not sure why, but you see on the left it says heatsink for the secondary button. It should say on the right at the bottom repair limpet. I don't know why it's not. And now if I change to C, there we've got the surface scanner on primary and the heatsink on the secondary, which is how I set it over here. Surface scanner, heatsink. So you create them here and you use them by switching between them. They go not chronologically, consecutively. And if you want to delete them, you just go 1, 2 and empty. You cycle through 1, 2, empty. If all of the circles are empty, that deletes that fire group. I hope that sort of made sense. And you can create, I think, up to like 8 different fire groups. One and two are the mouse. Like I said, I don't use my mouse, so it probably is like that. For me, my 1 and 2 is the trigger, and then the top button here on my HOTAS. So I don't use keyboard or mouse. But how you use it shouldn't change the way it's set up and the way it works. So you'll still go here to set up your fire groups, and you'll still use something to cycle through them. That won't change. But I don't know how the mouse and keyboard commands work. I really don't. I've never used a mouse and keyboard. I hope that answers your question. No problem. Anytime. There's a bit of a learning curve in this game, I've got to admit. I mean, I've been playing actually since before COVID. Wow, so that's 7, 8 years maybe, something like that. I have a lot of hours in the game, like more than, Steam tells me more than 5,000. Okay, so let's get to this next system.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I don't know if you're still watching, but I assume you're fairly new to the game.
Adjusting for jump. Interstellar velocity at maximum. Exit destination confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Scanning now.
Depending on how much you get into the game, I can recommend getting something like voice attack. That really helps both with the immersion, but it's also pretty handy to have in the game itself. It's an app that runs concurrently with the game, and it allows you to give voice commands to your computer. So you can set it up so, like, when you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can tell it to interpret that and output key presses for the game. I bought it, last week. Wow. Okay, so very new. It's a great game. I have a sort of love-hate relationship with it. Like I said, I've got more than 5,000 hours in the game now, but I didn't play for about a year when Odyssey dropped. I didn't get Odyssey then, luckily. But what am I doing? I just thought, what the hell am I doing? What are they doing with this game? The Odyssey drop was a complete disaster. So I was a little bit. I'd been playing for a long time, so maybe I was just a bit tired of it. And then I went and played some other games for a year. But eventually I came back after they had sorted out all the issues, and I've got to say I enjoy Odyssey now. I assume you have Odyssey. I can recommend that too. The ground-based stuff is pretty good. I got no complaints there. So let's see, what have we got here? Icy bodies and a gas giant. Okay, no more of those. Let's yeah, they're probably all here.
Body C2 may host a marked biological.
Only one,
Body C2.
and my app
Landable with atmosphere.
tells me it's only worth 1 million, so I'm not going to bother going there. Maybe I should explain what I am doing now. At the moment I'm scanning planets. I obviously do. But the way it works is you scan the system with your discovery scanner. Then you've got to come in here and find all the bodies, and you zoom into them. Then you get information about them, and you can decide whether you're going to go visit them or not. You collect data by doing this. Oh, I think I have it all minus all the store items. Oh yeah, the store items are nice if you play if you do PvP. They don't help in the game in any way. It's not a pay to win. I've got a couple of paint jobs and a couple of decals and things like that. I wouldn't recommend going crazy in the Ark store though. So besides that, it sounds like you've got all there is actually. The stuff in the Ark store is just skins. They don't actually do anything in the game except make your ship look nice. And like I said, unless you in open, no one's going to see it except you. So there's that. So what was I saying? By doing this, you collect data, which you can then go and sell. And that gives you rank, specifically exploration rank. And the last one. So when I get back to civilization, I can go and sell this data, and then you can see top right, explorer rank. That's the rank that it gives you, exploration. doing this. The other thing that I'm doing is at the bottom right, exobiologist. At the moment my rank is only geneticist. By the end of this trip, when I get back to the bubble, I intend to gain at least elite in exobiology and at least elite 1 in exploration. And then I'm going to go shoot things for a while because there's nothing to do out here except what I'm doing. Oh. What I am doing now okay, that's where I am now. You do know this is a one-to-one representation of our galaxy. There's like 400 billion stars, each of which you can actually go to in this game. I have been to the southernmost point. I've been here. I've been to the northernmost point over there. I've done the westernmost point. I've done the highest point. I've been to the lowest point. I think that's it. The only place out of the 6 directions I haven't been is easternmost, so I'm headed there. So I started here in the bubble, of course, and I'm just taking a wide arc along here and going to end up there, and then I'm going to come back. So that's what I'm doing. This is my current destination. I should end up at a neutron star if I remember correctly. And I've been to SAG A. I don't know what these are. One of these might be Colonia somewhere. Been there. Yeah, so this is just to gain rank, and also that I've been to all 6 furthest cardinal points in the galaxy. Very chill, there's no rush. Actually, while I'm here, from where I am to there is 91 jumps. So call it 100. So like another 100. I've got about 600 or 700 jumps to go. And if I get really bored, I have a second account that's still in the bubble. So if I really get the urge to go and shoot things, I can just load in that account and go and do that.
Jumping to next system.
I tried exploring a bit, but ran out of fuel. Oh yeah, you gotta have a fuel scoop. Gotta have a fuel scoop. And that's like, you just put it on your ship and you go next to the star and you'll scoop fuel. It's that easy. See, now I'm full again. Don't have to do anything. These lines and that you see are called orbit lines. I like to keep them on. Otherwise I'll crash into the sun by mistake or whatever. Yeah, so that's how you can get further than a fuel tank away from anywhere, really. Fuel scoop. And let's see, what do we have here? Rocky bodies, yay. There's one. Oh, I've already discovered 4.
System scan.
Well, that was easy.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now, nowadays, when I first started, it was wasn't as easy as it is now to gain rank and especially to earn money. Now the game throws money at you. You can't move for money. If only it was like that in real life.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, there is quite a learning curve to the game.
Fuel scooping complete.
So the exploration and mining, those are probably the 2 most chill activities in the game. Let's get a little bit of distance from the star. I do this so that if there happens to be a body that I want to scan that's close to the star, I can probably do it, because if you're too close, the sun can block your view of the planet, because you can't scan things through other things. So, ooh, what do we got here? Asteroids and a gas giant. See, you tune the, how can I say? There's that glowing white patch indicates that there's a body there that I can scan. But there we go. Let's go this one. So, but I've got to tune the thing at the bottom there, filtered spectral analysis. Tune it to the right frequency, and then the body pops up, and I can zoom in. Oh, and there's more bodies. And now I've got to... there it is. There's the gas giant. Oh, there's another gas giant in the system. Wow, okay. So you can see now, like, I'm almost there, but I've got to fine tune. When they turn like that, you can then actually scan them. So if I have several ships, no, they stay wherever, when you get out of one and get into another, that's where that ship stays. When you get to another station that has a shipyard, you can summon your ships from wherever it is to that station. It does cost you, and it does take time. The bigger the more the cost scales with the value of your ship, not necessarily with size or mass or anything. Although, of course, the bigger the ship, probably the more it costs, and therefore the higher the price for transportation. Unfortunately, you cannot send your ship anywhere. You can only retrieve it. There's the other gas giant. The system scan complete. And now that I've scanned them, how can I explain this without showing you? A couple of apps besides voice attack. There's that are really, I think, essential. One of them is it's called ED Discovery. It's pretty complicated, but it does pretty much everything you can do in the game. And what I mean by that, it collects information on a huge range of different things. So now ED Discovery is giving me a breakdown of each body in the system, how big it is and how hot it is and all those things. If there's minerals that I can collect on the surface, it tells me what they are. It tells me their values for scanning them. There's none in this system that are worth it, but when you find usually an Earth-like or a high metal content body, there's none in here, so I can't show you. You can then go and map it, which means you have to pilot your ship closer to the planet, get in range, and then you send out probes. And for that you need to have a special module called, where is it? Detailed Surface Scanner. It's a utility that you put on your ship, and that allows you to map planets. When you do that, that information is also worth credits. It's worth a lot more than just scanning the planets, and it also contributes to exploration. From memory, I got my Explorer Elite. I think you got to sell like 300 million of exploration data, something like that. It's not that much, and then you get elite rank. The easiest elite rank to get is trade. That's really easy to get. You literally just buy stuff in one place and sell it at another. Take missions to go and you'll find missions on the mission board. Bring us 20 tons of this, or go and mine 100 tons of that. Most of the time, if you can buy the stuff, you don't have to actually mine it yourself. A lot of the stuff that they ask you for can be bought, and you just go find a station nearby that sells it, go and pick it up, take it there and hand it in, and get the mission payout. So that's the easiest one to get, and it's good to have at least one elite, because that lets you into Shinrata Desra. That's a very nice station to have access to, because it stocks every single ship and module in the game. There's none of this flying around looking for this particular size module or whatever. It's got everything, all shapes, all grades, everything, the works, one stop. I think you get like a 10% discount or something, but the convenience is worth it alone. So I would advise you to do trade missions, anything related to trade. So that means source and supply, or what are they called? Source and something. Source and retrieve? I can't remember. Missions that say, anything that says bring us X number of tons of this. Also, there are missions that will tell you to go and deliver X tons of this somewhere. Those also count towards trade rank. And yeah, really doesn't take long. Doesn't take long to get elite.
Affirmative.
You'll
Stand
probably
by.
make a fair amount of money doing it too.
Fuel scooping complete.
Where are we? We're upside down again. Now the galactic center is actually on my left. forgot to check how many bodies. Okay, there we go. $16. Okay, let's have a look. So there's a white blob, so I know something's there, and I've just got to tune the little dial at the bottom until it becomes a nice circle. And then I just zoom in, and there we go. I have now scanned that gas giant. And that, just doing that, when I get back to civilization, that will give me 50,000 credits. It's not very valuable, but I mean that's how easy it is to earn money in the game. Of course, these little things are worth much less. And
Body 3A.
there's geological there. They're not worth anything. If I was looking for raw materials, yeah, I might be interested, but I'm not completely full up on them. Okay, 6 out of 16. Where are the rest? Probably, yeah, another gas giant. Whole lot of layers here to go through. Okay, what is that? See, I wasn't tuned properly, so.
Body 2B.
Geological.
Relative to body
Nah.
size.
Okay, lots of things here. Ah. One of the things I'm going to do when I get back to the bubble, I'm going to sell the data, but I'm not going to sell it just anywhere. You can sell it, I think, anywhere that's got a oh, what's the name of the damn? I'm hitting blanks here. Seriously. The guys that buy exploration data, can't remember what they're called. But anyway, selling data at a station, when you sell enough of it, it will give you reputation with the controlling faction of whatever system you're in. So if you sell like about 10 million credits worth of data at a station, you'll get allied with the controlling faction of that system. And that can be handy because some of the controlling factions will give you permits to other systems. So that's a very easy way. Where are they? Ah, there we go. There's the permits that you can get in the game. So you can go and do missions at these, not at these systems, but at neighboring systems. You got to check who the controlling faction of this system is, and then find another system where they also the controlling faction. and you can go do missions for them. You'll get reputation. As soon as you become allied, they will give you a permit for this system. They'll offer it to you in the form of a mission, and then you've got it. And once you've got it, you've got it. It never goes away. Did I finish the system? Yeah. Let's go. So I've probably got quite a few million in exploration data now. So when I get back, I'm going to hop around
Vectors.
to a whole lot of systems and get allied with the controlling faction in them. Just because.
Scanning for information.
Instead of just selling it all in one place. You'll get the same amount of money. There's no difference in the rewards that you get. It's just you can use it for that purpose. If you want to get allied somewhere really quickly and you got exploration data to sell, go and sell it. Takes around about 10 million. It's not a fixed amount. Anyway, to know which system gives permissions. Yes, you're going to need probably the best thing to use is a website called Inara. So then you will look up the system that you want the permit from. It'll tell you who the controlling faction is. Then you can click on that controlling faction and it'll show you other systems that it controls. So you go to one of those other systems and there you can actually get allied with that faction. You can't do it on the system where the permit is because you need the permit to get into that system. So you got to go like roundabout and do that. And doesn't matter how you get allied. You can trade, you can sell exploration data, you can go and fight for them, you can hand in bounties, do missions. Really doesn't matter as long as you get allied. Oops, what is that? Okay. And now there's a high metal content here. I don't think I have I done? No, I haven't done the system. But already I have discovered a high metal content body in here that I am going to go and map. So if you hang around and let me scan all of these, I can show you how that works. Another high metal content world. And if I go and map them, they'll each give me 250,000 credits. So it's like pretty easy money for not much time. Gotcha, like a faction tier 4. Not sure exactly what you mean, but factions exist usually in multiple systems. In each system there will be one faction that is the controlling faction. The others are obviously not, but they don't have any particular rank. Even the controlling faction, you don't really get any special bonuses for being allied with them. The only thing that you get from being allied to a faction is that they will give you better missions, higher paying missions.
Body A9A.
So being allied, and it doesn't matter if they're the controlling faction or not, all
Body A9A.
factions will give you better missions when you're allied.
Body A9B. May host a
So
marked
yeah, that's
biological
another
and has
reason
high
it's good to
biological
get
value.
allied.
Body A9B.
Unfortunately, when you
Landable
sell
with
data,
atmosphere.
it only
Body
counts
A9C.
towards the controlling
May
faction.
host a marked
You can't sell
biological
data
and
for
has
any
high
other
biological
faction.
value.
You can't
Body
sell.
A9C.
Oh,
Landable with atmosphere.
be quiet. you can't sell exploration data and get reputation from another faction. Only counts for the controlling faction.
Body A7A. May host a marked biological. Body A7A.
Be quiet.
Landable with atmosphere.
Yeah, I've set this app that's giving me all this information to give me like the bare minimum. But it still carries on sometimes, especially when I scan several things in a row.
Body A6. High value body.
High value body. Ooh, ah, wow. This is a high content metal world. If I go and map it, it will give me almost 2.7 million. So yeah, gonna do that. Definitely gonna go there.
Body A5. High value
Oh,
body.
this one as well. Almost 2.8 million for mapping it. Thank you. That'll be quite a boost to my exploration rank when I sell that data. And so if I pick a system controlled by the Frog faction and do missions there to gain... Did someone give me permission to go to... Okay, two things. First of all, there's reputation and there's influence. The one you want is reputation. The reputation is what allows you to become allied with a faction. They will give you if you are allied with them and they are the controlling faction in a system locked if they are the controlling faction in a system that is permit locked, they will offer you the permit so you can go there. That's how that works. Influence, how can I explain influence? Influence, okay, you have the controlling faction and all the other factions, and I told you they don't have rank. That is true, but they have something called influence, and it's sort of their ranking in the system. This is difficult to explain. This is part of the BGS, the background simulation. If you like a faction for some reason and they're not the controlling faction, you can do missions and other things that will generate influence for them. But unlike reputation, where you earn the reputation for you,
Body B1. Landable with atmosphere.
the influence applies to the faction. So they sort of get like points kind of thing, and then every week at server reset, not server reset, every Thursday there's like a server tick where they add up all the influence earned through the week and all of these things. And it is a little bit complicated, but what happens is, what am I doing? If you've earned enough points that you start to get close to the points that you get to within the same points range of another faction, the system, the background simulation is what I mean, will initiate a war with that other faction, and the winner of that war can gain control over a station or a ground settlement or something like that. It's just another aspect of the game. I haven't gone into it very much. I've never been involved with all that kind of thing.
System scan.
Oh, at last. Okay. Now, we have a crap ton of bodies to go and map. Wow, there's about 10 there. So, right, let's go. So, 1, 2, so that's 3. All of the A's except 8 and 9. Alright, let's start here. A1. Ooh. Okay, when you're approaching anything, never ever let your time to your ETA go below 6 seconds. 7 seconds is safe. And now my surface scanner in red I'm out of range there, too fast. So now I activate the mapping thing, and the center white dot is obviously centered on the planet, and I can move up, down, left and right. That bar indicates if I shoot a probe now at that bar as it is now, it will land exactly on the edge of the planet as I am looking at it. So if I shoot one here, it'll land on that white dot. A little bit further from the white dot, a little bit further, that will land exactly on the edge of the planet that as you're looking at it now. Imagine it was a flat disk. So it would land on the edge of that disk. Further, this is going to land behind on the far side of the planet. And now I'm going to miss the planet altogether. Okay. Now I have a really super duper mapping module that's got all kinds of engineering. So it says I need 7 probes. If you look in the bottom right, it says efficiency target 7 probes. If you map the planet in 7 or less probes, you get a little bonus. That's all that means. So because mine is like engineered to the max, I think I'm going to do it in 3. So put one there, and one there, and one there. So now the probes are flying, and they're going to land exactly, actually a little bit on the far side. And now it's mapping, and second probe mapping, and the third probe, yeah. So that earned me just under 240,000 credits. So next, it's just over here. Takes a little bit of time, which is why I don't map everything. But the system has a lot of high value bodies in it. Even if it doesn't have much in the way of biology. And like I some of these, when I map them, they're going to give me over 2.5 million just for doing the exact same thing that I did. So it's really easy money. But of course, not everybody is going to be that lucrative. So you quickly learn which ones to go and map and which ones not to. That app that I told you about, ED. Oops. Now I'm less than. Gonna do the loop of shame because I'm not concentrating. So that ED Discovery app that I told you about, that tells me how much each of them are worth. It brings up when I've scanned the system and scanned everybody, it tells me how much they're worth in a little table, and I can pick and choose which ones to go and map and which ones not to. So now, yeah, surface scanner says too fast, that means I'm close enough. So we go back into here. This must be a little bit smaller because this one only needs 6 probes. So again, you just do 1, 2, 3, and we wait.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Yep,
Surface scan.
easy money. That one 222,000. Let's go to number 3, which is up there. Okay, the device that allows me to move my head in real life and have it come on on the screen as well is Track IR. It's a little device you can buy. It's old now, but I think they still sell it, and probably not that expensive, depending on how much you get into the game. For exobiology and ship-to-ship combat, very handy. It is very handy to be able to look left and right out of the window. And when you're flying along close to a planet's surface looking for things to sample, doing exobiology in other words, it's very handy to fly in a straight line and then just look left and right as you go along. Exobiology is also where the big bucks are. There is some exobiology on some of the planets here, but it's not worth very much. It's really not worth my time to go down to the surface and find them. And at about 0.3, oh, here we go. Scanner will say, go turn to blue, and now I'm ready to do the probe thing. So 1, 2, 3, and depending on the number of probes required, they go from 2 to, I think the highest I've seen is 20,
Surface scan.
25.
50%.
Big gas giant.
Surface scan complete.
You soon learn which patterns are most effective, most efficient. So number 4. So as you can see, it's pretty chill activity. What run? How's it going? Blah blah blah. Yeah. Now, A5 and A6 are the really valuable planets. And I have no idea why. They high metal content, but so are these other ones, and they're not all worth millions. Whoops. This takes a bit of time just flying around to each planet, but in this case it's worth it. I'm getting probably $250,000 each time, so that's worth it. Anything less than 200,000, nah, not gonna bother. Unless there's exobiology there, then you have to map the planet. And if we hang around, I hope I will find something that has exobiology that's worth going to investigate, and then I can show you how that's done. Exploring the system. When you sell the data, does my game navigate map? Oh yeah. My map will already show me these systems. For example, see if I can find the system I was just in. I've got to turn those stars back on. Like so, and okay, my last stop was that one, so I can view the system map, and there it is. It doesn't say who has mapped it yet, or who has discovered it and who has mapped it. You have to sell the data to get that. If I had landed here though and got out of my ship, it would show me first footfall. You get that instantly, but the other things you get only when you sell the data. So it is possible, not probable, but it is possible that you can map a system, but by the time you get back to civilization, someone else has done it and then already sold the data. You'll still get money for it, but you won't get the bonuses of being the first to discover and the first to map. That's where the big bucks are. I mean, you're exploring it. Does the map get updated? Oh, if I don't know what you mean, but let's go back in here again. This is where I am now. Okay, but it doesn't matter. This will always be available. The map of this system will always be available to me because I've been here, I've seen it, I've got this data. Even if I don't sell it. The only way that I will lose this data is if I die before I sell it. You lose all data, so you really make sure you don't die when you have a lot of data. And if I do sell the data, it will then write here in the game that first discovered by me and first mapped by me, if I've mapped it. It'll always say that, and all players will see it. It will be permanent. Once the data is sold, that's it. That's yours. 5. Ah, this is the expensive one. Very curious why A5. Ah, my app is telling me that this one is terraformable. That's why it's worth so much. So any planet that is terraformable will be worth a lot more. Besides that, any high metal content planet will be of much greater value than the others, but not in the same league as terraformables. Water worlds also, they're powered quite a bit. Ammonia worlds, they also can be good. Some of the gas giants as well, though I have no idea why. They can power quite a few million too. Bit more difficult to map because they're so big and they take so many more probes. But yeah. Actually, think I have some. I might have a system in my bookmarks where I am first discoverer. Let me map this, and then I'll have a look in the galaxy map and see. Seven probes. So, like I said, this mapping module is really super engineered. So the area that each probe can scan is like, I think it's more than twice the range of the standard thing. So if you didn't have that, you probably use 7 probes to map this planet. There's a language barrier as well at my end. Also being a noob, that's probably why some of the questions don't make any sense. Okay, what if I can ask, like, what country you're from, what language? Just curious. Okay, so that, when I sell the data for mapping this planet, I will get 2.7 million buckaroos. So, let's see, do I have anything that I've discovered? I think, is it this one? See, I've been here a long time ago, but let's see. Is this one that I did? Oh yeah, there we go. See, first discovered by me, first mapped by me. And that will be permanent as long as the game is still a thing. It'll show this, and for all players, anybody else that comes and looks at the system will see this. Uh, 5 and 6. Really close. Cool. You're Venezuela. Cool. Some of you guys are big metal fans. There's a big metal festival here in Romania a couple of months ago, and a whole lot of guys from South America in general, but including, I think, Venezuela, they came along. Cool guys. And I've seen some of the concerts on YouTube. You guys go crazy. It's awesome. Love to be there. This is also worth quite a bit. Oh, close enough already. So 1, 2, and 3. This mapping module, can't remember what it's called now. Ah, cool. Metal is awesome.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Yeah, so that got me just under 2.7 million. As long as I live to sell the data, that is. 6. We're going to go to number 7. And it's behind me. Awesome game, but like I said, I have a love-hate relationship. Every now and again, it's not exactly the game that annoys me. It's the decisions that the company have made. They do what are, in my opinion, stupid things, and it just makes me think, any minute now they're gonna spoil the game, and makes me not happy. So then I give it a break, come back in a couple of months, or like in one case a year later. Also, if you're new, I recommend staying in solo or private group if you have some friends that you know and you trust not to murder you. Stay in solo or private group until you really know how to handle a ship, because open can be brutal. I don't spend almost any time in open. I got no time for that crap. I'm quite happy doing my own thing, either on my own or in a group with some people that I know, and that works out pretty well for me. But either way, you've got to know how to handle a ship, especially how to fight. Come on. Out of range. There we go. So 1, 2, 3. And that should be enough. I've been taking out of light speed. We need to point at a vector to continue.
Surface scan complete.
You must be talking about being interdicted. No, not necessarily. It could be another player, but NPCs will also try to take you out. You don't necessarily need to worry if it's an NPC. They won't just murder you. They will pull you out of supercruise, so you'll be back into normal space. They will then drop in next to you and they will scan you. If you have cargo, they will demand some, and if you're quick enough and you give them some, they'll be happy. They won't actually take it though. So if you have limpets on you, limpets don't count. So you're quite safe having limpets. They're not interested in limpets. But anything else, they'll probably tell you, give me 5 tons or 20 tons or whatever. And like I said, if you give them, if you drop the required amount, they will just leave you alone and go on their happy way. If you're not carrying anything, they won't do anything. They're not going to shoot you. They'll scan you and say, I wasted my time, and they'll go off, and then you can jump out and carry on your way. Unless you're on a mission and they have been sent to stop you completing that mission, then all bets are off. You had a bounty on me, like 15k. Generally NPCs... Oh, actually I don't know if NPCs really care whether you have bounties. In a... Oh, I really don't know. I don't make it a habit to fly around with bounties on me. So I honestly can't tell you if it's a security vessel. Yes, they will try to take you out if they scan you and you got a bounty, definitely. But normal NPCs, I think they're just interested in your cargo, but I could be wrong. Don't trust me on that. Alright, B3, well, B1, 2 and 3. Let's go and do B1, 2 and 3. Have I done everything? 8 and 9 are not worth it. Okay, so... hell no. I'm not going 250,000 light seconds. No, there's nothing that valuable there. I got enough out of the system. No. Next system.
Selecting next destination.
See, that's nice. I can speak those words, and the app voice attack converts it into key presses, and the game understands what I want to do. It would help if I jumped. So I think I can do that by voice. Activate hyperspace jump. I can't remember what commands it remembers. Initiate jump. No. Now they're gonna look like...
Jumping to light
Oh,
speed.
there we go. Alright, it just took a while. So that's voice attack. And yeah, it takes your voice and converts it to key presses. That's not very handy, but there are things that are, if not handy, convenient and like nice. In ship-to-ship combat, it's really handy.
Scanning now.
And 16 bodies here. So we're still very close to the main star. If there's any planets or anything on the far side, it'd be really difficult to see them. So I always go normally until my speed reaches about 10 times the speed of light. Then I can throttle down and use the scanning thing. Fuck, I've been so long in the game and I can't remember the names of these modules.
Modules.
There it is.
Body 4C. Has high
Ooh,
biological
two
value.
biologicals.
Body 4C.
Yeah,
Landable with atmosphere.
I've got another app that's specifically for exobiology, and that gives me potential
Body
payouts.
4A. Has high
And
biological value.
payouts are
Body
not very
4A.
big. I'm not going to bother.
Landable with atmosphere. Body 4B. Has high biological value.
More time than it's
Body
worth.
4B. Landable with atmosphere.
And there's only two different biological things there, so nah. Not worth my time. Is that? There was one over here before I forget. Oops. Nah. Oh, that one gas giant was worth almost 500,000. I think I'm gonna go map that. That's worth my time. 500,000 for like a minute? Yeah, that's worth my time. Are the devs chill with people using those mods? No, they're not chill with mods. There are, as far as I know, this game does not support mods, and they do not support mods. HMC, yep, that's worth 250,000. Go map that. And the last one.
System scan complete.
Okay, so I got 4 bodies to scan. 1, 2, 3, and 5. So closest is number 1, so let's start there. Five is the gas giant. Yeah, so mods are not allowed in the game. As far as I know, they will ban your ass. Out of range, there we go. And one there, and one there. Not sure if this will be only 3 probes. I wasn't very accurate in where I fired them. So I might not make it. I'll have to use 4. Ah, no, I got away with it. Cool. Okay, 1, 2. Actually, if you just excuse me a second, I'm in a room that's getting rather warm. I want to quickly open the window. Just give me a second. That should be better. Yeah, when I spoke about engineering, this is something you do in the game and is actually part of the game. There are engineers in the game, and you take them materials that you collect, and you go to them, and you can choose to do different things to different modules of your ship or of your suit and weapons if you're talking about ground-based stuff. So I can actually show you engineers. Okay, so there's all the engineers. So this one does hull reinforcements and armor. That's her big things that she does to engineering goes from grade 1 to grade 5. Grade 5 being the highest. So they all have their like specialities, and you take them materials, and you can tell them to modify this, modify that, or whatever, which is a pain in the ass because you first got to find the materials. So I've opened up and to get to the engineers you have to either be referred. Some of them you will know about in the game anyway, right from the beginning. Other ones you have to unlock the first engineers and use them to modify something, to engineer something that gets you rank or reputation, I should say, with that engineer. And once you get to level 3, I think level 3 or level 4, which means you just have to engineer something to level 3 or 4, whichever it was, the first thing. After that you keep your level with them, it doesn't go down. So once you've attained that level with them, they will introduce you to another engineer, which is to say they'll give you his name and his location. To unlock the engineers, you've got to bring them things. Some of them they need you to be a certain rank. For example, this one says in the log, this one was referred to me by another engineer, so I had to unlock that engineer and get her to a certain rank, and she told me about this one. Then this one here at Tiny won't let me come to visit her unless I have a rank with the Empire of less than outsider. I'm king with the Empire. I've done that thing, so I have no problems there. And once you've done that first thing, then you have to bring her. This one wants 50 units of Camitra cigars, which are found in a system called Camitra. They generally follow this pattern. So you got to do that with every single engineer. luckily, once you've done it, you've done it. Once you've unlocked them and got them to grade 5, that's it. It will never drop down from that. So this one is a ground-based engineer. Oh, that's something I didn't think of. I've just had... Oh, sometimes I can be stupid. This engineer is in Colonia. I know that because he's talking about the Colonia Council, and as far as I know, they are only in Colonia. But I'm closer to Colonia right here than I am in the bubble. So maybe I will do a detour. There's another one that's also in Colonia. She's also ground-based. I've unlocked all of the ship engineers, including the ones in Colonia. But the ground-based ones, I've only unlocked them in the bubble. Maybe I should make a detour and go and unlock these engineers. I mean, the ground engineers, some of them are really easy to unlock. I mean, I've got to go to 5 different ground settlements in the Colonia system. I mean, how easy is that? Don't have to do anything. I'm just going to land on one of the pads, and that's it. Done. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. What am I? Oh, hang on a second. What am I doing? 17.2. The gas giant. Yes, I'm gonna go map. This isn't the gas giant. This is an HMC, high metal content planet. That's worth me mapping it. It's taken me all this time to think of that idea. Man. It is a bit of a detour. It's quite away from here to Colonia, but like I said, I'm probably closer where I am now than I am from back in the bubble.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Okay, so 1, 2, and 3 is over this way. When I've done this system, I'm going to have a look on the galaxy map, because I'm just thinking now I'm not necessarily that much closer, because I'm on the eastern side of the galaxy, of the galactic center, and Colonia is on the western side. I will see. From the bubble to Colonia, it's about 23,000 light years, something like that. So yeah, I'll have a look when I'm finished all of this. Open up the galaxy map, see how far it is. If it's much less than 23, yeah, I'm gonna go. If it's about the same or like a few thousand light years less only, not really worth it. if I'm gonna, if I'm, don't know how far in a straight line if I go close to Sagittarius A. I'll have to have a look. Okay, 7 probes. That's a bit short. And there. Some will probably get to like 89% and stop. Ah, it didn't. Okay. Alright, now we go to number 5. And that's a fair distance away. So while we're moving, Colonia Rock Station 21. Nah, it's not worth it, because from the bubble it's only like 23, 22, 23, something like that. Ah, bugger. Okay, so I'm not gonna go to Colonia now. I'll see, maybe on my way back, once I've been to the easternmost point in the galaxy. I'll see. I kind of want to get back to the bubble. Not as soon as possible, but this is my main account. I do everything with this account. My other account, I bought it. The bubble, is that where Earth is? Yes. It's that whole area, or it's not an area because that's flat. It's the whole volume around Earth. It's about 200 light years maybe in all directions. Imagine like a giant sphere around Earth. Oh, Colonia. Colonia is a system, and the area around it is also called Colonia. But it's much smaller than the bubble. It's like, from memory, about 50 light years, something like that. So imagine a radius around Colonia of about 50 light years, and that sphere is what people refer to as Colonia. But it is also the name of a system. I completely forgot about those engineers. Completely. Ah well. 22 or 23,000 light years isn't actually that far if you have a good ship and you're not interested in exploring or exobiology. You just want to travel. Okay, we're coming up on this. Now, to map these, it's a gas giant, so it's really big, and this one has rings. So what you need to do is to go down so that the rings are edge on. Otherwise you find your probes all get they all end up in the rings and not on the planet like you need them to. So now the rings are edge on, so now we get closer. So not too fast. Still out of range. Out of range. There, too fast. Okay. So now 22 probes. So I will show you my method of not wasting all day and shooting 2,000 probes to get this thing mapped. Okay, again, we have this little line that means if I shoot a probe now, it will land exactly on the edge of the gas giant. But I'm going to go further because this is a really big planet. It looks about the same size because we're just further away from it. You did some missions in Capricorn E62 or something like that. It has planets. Yeah, there's lots of Earth-likes around the galaxy. It's not only Earth. And they are also worth a lot of money when you find them and scan them and map them. So, getting back to this, one probe. Okay, the other smaller planets I could completely map in like 3 probes. Now this is a lot bigger. My probes stay the same size, so it's going to need more probes, which is why the efficiency target is 22 and not 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hope. Okay, there's ring. I don't want rings. So somewhere between here and there, I am going to fire one probe, and I want it to land in the middle of the planet, but on the far side. And at the moment we're looking at the front side. You can see in the bottom right there, it says front side. And if I do this, it was a little bit high. Bugger. Alright, so we do the same thing, but from the bottom. Where is the ring? Go back about halfway. Get out of the way. I've got to sort that out one day. One there. And do not want to hit the ring. One there, and one about there. This is a little bit confusing because if you look at the probes, they're clearly going to the far side of the planet. That one was closer to the middle, and I actually didn't want that. So the probes are going to the far side of the planet, but my view is of the far side. So there's the side that's actually facing me. Okay, so now I will put one there and there and there and there. So you can see my probe radius is nowhere near as big. Doesn't cover anywhere as much. Okay. Why is this telling me? Okay, I had accidentally focused on the planet in the background. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I'm at 74%. And I'm still looking at the rear. Okay, so now we just got to fill in a little bit of space here. There's the edge. I want to come this way a little bit. Let's do one there and there. I've got to get to 90%. If I get to 90%, then the planet is considered completely mapped. So 80, no, I'm going to need more. And I do not want to hit the ring. So we would do one there and there. And I've used 10 probes so far, plus the 2 will be 12. 11.
Surface scan
There, I only needed 11 probes to do that. Now, I can, whoops, can map the rings. I think there are 2 of them.
Surface scan complete.
And now, if we look here, there's painite, platinum painite, rod plumsite. That's new. Rod plumsite. No idea what that is. Anyway, so if I was mining, I could now go to those hotspots and do some mining. But I'm not. So, we are done with the system. Now I'm still targeting this planet, but I want to jump to the next planet, so I can just tell where's the attack. Next system.
Locking system
And
destination.
there we go. And
Drive charge.
off we go. From memory, you don't get any extra cash for mapping rings or asteroid clumps or anything like that. I generally do it just out of completeness, and after I've scanned the parent body.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scoping.
81, holy moly, that's got to be a record for me. 81 bodies. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think my previous record was like 60. Holy 80, wow. Wow. Okay, I'm not going to map them, I don't think. But I've got to discover this system. I've got to scan it. 81. Wow. That is super, super rare. Assuming no one else has got here before me. And we can tell 81. Oh, wow. I'm actually sort of hoping that there's nothing valuable here, because then I'm going to be here all day. Wow. There's rocky body, high metal content that I've already discovered, asteroid clusters, and some gas giants. Let's see. I think I'm the first person here, because if anyone else had been here and scanned the system or mapped it, it would tell me in the bottom discovered by and mapped by, but it says nothing. So I am the first person probably ever in the system. Oh boy, 81. Yeah, I am, as much as I want the exobiological data, I'm hoping there's no exobiology here. Because if it's like packed with it, oh, it's going to take an age to get through it all. I mean, it'll be worth it, but man. Okay, oh, there we go. Wow, 81. Holy moly. I'm gonna bookmark this place. I wonder what the all-time record is. I probably don't have it, but I've got to be up there somewhere. Got to be right up there. There was another body here. Somewhere, but where? I know because when I zoomed out, there was still like that white patch. Ah, maybe at the end of this very long eccentric, or maybe not. Oh. I don't get that. What is going on here? If I zoom out, it's got that white area around it. Ah, it wasn't there. It's another gas giant behind it. Ah, okay. Couldn't work out what was going on there. They just happened to be in line from wherever I am. I'm still trying to wrap my head around 81 bodies. I don't think I've ever seen that. Holy moly. Is that it? No, there's something else here. And I might go and map A1 and A2 because they high metal content worlds. They're worth 200,000 and a quarter of a million respectively. You should scan everything. There might be aliens living there. It would be great if they put that in the game, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Far as I know, there are no aliens out here. There are no pirates. There are no settlements. There are no NPCs. Absolutely nothing. It really is just empty space and lots of solar systems to go and play in. But wow, my mind is still boggled. 81, I've never seen that. Holy moly. That is super rare. Was there something down here? Well, so far so good. There's only 2 bodies that I think I'm gonna go map. No exobiology. And to be honest, it's a bit of a relief. Otherwise, oh, you can spend a day in a system this big. If it was packed with exobiology, you'd be here literally for a day. Oops, let's go that way. Lots of gas giants. Oh, and lots of planets. Holy moly. Let's start here. Yeah, like I said, either my record or the largest that I've seen, the biggest that I've seen, was like 60 something. I wish you could board aboard ships of spaceport and loot them on foot. Well, you can loot settlements on foot, which is as close as you get to that. That can be interesting. And I actually enjoy the on foot stuff. And especially now that they've relaxed the engineering material requirements, collecting materials isn't such a pain in the ass that it used to be. Another gas giant, and no, still something there. There we go. Here. I think one of these days, if I do get super
Body
bored,
C1D. May host a marked biological and has high biological value.
cheap ones.
Body
No.
C1D. Landable with atmosphere.
66,000 light seconds away. Nah. Sorry, not worth it. Oh, and asteroid clusters do not count as bodies, as I remember. Far as I know, you don't even have to scan them and you'll get the same cash. You don't get any cash for scanning them. Nothing. Oh, this could take a while, folks. So, assuming I get back to civilization in one piece, and assuming that no one else comes and scans this place and sells the data before I get back, all of these planets inside here in this system will have my name on it. still only those two bodies that are worth going to map. So yeah. And touch wood, no more biologicals. Although 66,000 light seconds isn't that far. Take a couple of minutes to get there. And are we done? Yeah. $61. I got 20 left. Holy moly. Another gas giant. I'm very curious to see what the system map is going to look like when I'm done all of this. Cheers, man. Catch you later. Okay, cheers. Thanks for hanging out. Was there something else there? Yeah. Now, so the system map is gonna be crammed with stuff.
Body of 7D.
Two
May host a marked
biologicals.
biological and has
Also
high
cheap
biological
ones.
value.
No,
Body AB7D.
not for me.
Landable with atmosphere. Body of 7E. May
One
host a marked
biological.
biological.
No,
Body
cheap one.
AB7E. Landable with atmosphere.
Ain't
Body
interested.
AB7H. Ringed landable body.
Ringed landable body. I'm sort of tempted to go down there, because one thing this game does do is gives you beautiful views sometimes. I mean, even though it's a game, it's really that part of it they've done really well.
Body of 7 grams. May host a marked biological and has high
Three
biological value.
oh
Body
no.
AB7G. Landable with atmosphere.
I think I need to go down there. So, gonna mark that one. That might be worth going to do some exobiology. 10 more to go. Whoops. But luckily that planet's quite close. It's not 66,000 light seconds away. Come on. Is there a... Yes, there is. Okay, that's all the gas giants done. Almost done. Almost done. And one more here.
System scan complete.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I want to see what this system map looks like. How do I get rid of... there we go. This is as zoomed out as it will go. Holy moly. I have never seen anything like that. I'm gonna get a screenshot. Why isn't it working? And my other keyboard. No. Why? Let me make sure I have that screenshot because Control B. Huh? I took a screenshot of my entire monitor system. Okay, that's why. Let me just save that. What a weird name. Prui Foia. Where do they get these things from? Prooe. Where US W B 45-0. Wow. Alright. Why is my so while I'm busy here, why is my hotkey for Steam settings see my computer start. They've changed everything. Where is the downloads? Cloud. Yes, I want that, but where's the control for overlay? Take a screenshot.
Taking
F12.
photo.
I think I need to change it to that because save an external copy. What does that mean? I don't know. Play a sound. Alright, let's... Does this make any difference? There we go. Screenshot. Take screenshot.
Taking photo.
I have no idea where voice to take is going to save that. Anyway. Back to the game. Reset view.
Confirmed.
And... oh, no, we got to go map A1 and A2. Wow, almost forgot. Luckily they pretty close. If I was a completionist, I should actually go and map all these buggers, but wow, that's going to take a long time. I'm just going to map 2 because they're worth a lot. But it would be super impressive if somebody else came and discovered this system and found out that I'd scanned and mapped everything, all 81 bodies. Wow. No. Out of range, come on. There we go. 7. I think we will use 3. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see how that goes. Are you done?
By 50%.
Yes.
Surface scan complete.
A1 and A2. Which is also not too far away. So, no other questions or comments or anything? Ah! Loop of shame. Not good. Ah, come on, slow down, slow down. Here we go, and 1, 2, 3. I wonder, am I close enough to this one? Yeah, I am. May as well. 4 probes. I think 2 will be enough. 1, 2.
Scan complete.
Next system.
Selecting next system en route.
Come on, finish that. There we go.
Scan complete.
Ooh, I need to set a bookmark here before I forget. I'll never find this place otherwise. So we'll call it that. Ah, no, don't do that. Add to bookmarks. There. Now we can go.
Frameshift drive charging.
That was to the current. Ah, that. I am sometimes not. Not as clever as I could be. Not that one. We are actually here. This is the one I want to bookmark. There. Now we can go. After all that.
Vectors.
Acknowledged.
Fuel scooping.
Now, so far from the bubble, and I am now 15,500 light years away. So the chances of me discovering systems that other people have already discovered are pretty low. That's enough. Now let's see what is here. That looks weird. There's something. Is everything here?
Body D8. Landable with atmosphere.
I really don't care if it's landable with atmosphere. Wow, lots of stuff here. Maybe it is all in this, next to this star. Would be unusual though. Usually it's more distributed.
Body D6. May
One
host a marked
biological, but a cheap one.
Body D6.
No.
Landable with atmosphere.
Let's do these.
Body D2. May host a marked biological and has high biological value. Body
My app
D2A.
says they're the cheap
Landable with
ones, so
atmosphere.
again, no. Not worth my time, especially because they're 280,000 light seconds away. No. No, no, no. I need to adjust this. Got two more. There we go. Oops. One. And two. There we go. And there's nothing there to map or nothing to worry about, so
Frameshift drive
off we go.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete.
Scanning for information.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
7 bodies. Where is the galactic core? We're upside down again. Ah, that's more. Although there's not really an up and down in space, everything's the same. That'll do. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Oh, HMC. Just over 200,000. Not really in the mood. 400 and something light seconds away.
Body A2. May host a marked
Biological,
biological.
no, cheap one.
Body A2. Landable with atmosphere.
System scan complete.
And bugger that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Although this is a really chill activity and there are no time limits, you go as fast as you want, when you want, where you want, how you want,
Jumping
and if
to
you
next
want.
system.
I do have a destination. I want to get to the easternmost point in the galaxy.
Key systems are at optimal levels. Readying for exit now.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping.
And yeah, there is no rush to get there.
Fuel scooping complete.
But yeah, it is a destination. I think there's one more body in here somewhere. Yeah. And it is an HMC. Was it worth me searching for it or not? There it is.
System scan complete.
Yes, it was actually a little bit far out, but it's the only one, so I'm 15 and a half thousand light years from Sol. So I'm almost as far, well, not almost. I'm about 75% of the way. I've traveled about 75% of the distance from Sol to Colonia, but just in a different direction. And I estimate I have about another 30,000 light years to go before I get to where I'm aiming for. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes to midnight. So here we are. Space is really, really big. Four to zero. Okay, now I would really like to find some exobiology. I mean, it won't be in this system, but in the next system maybe. Fairly sure that by the time I get back, I'll have made enough money at least for exploration elite. Not so sure about the biology though. Oh, 7 probes. We can use 3, I think. 2, 3. I always use this pattern. It's the most efficient for me.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Really? Next system.
Navigation for next system.
Oh, it's behind us.
Frameshift drive charging.
Thank you. That's another 250,000.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Okay, that was quick.
Fuel scooping complete.
So my ship has a jump range of 71 and a bit light years. It's the maximum.
100%.
Frameshift drive
So on
charging.
average, every jump I get 65, between 65 and 70 light years closer to my destination, because of course the stars aren't exactly in a straight line leading me
Interstellar
directly
travel
there,
mode engaging now.
and they're also not all at exactly 70 light years from each other. So yeah, I
Scanning for
reckon
information.
another 600-700 jumps I should be there.
Fuel scooping complete.
I will actually be pretty glad when I get there. It'll be a milestone that I've achieved. Because there's not too many players in the game that can say they've been to all 6 cardinal points of the galaxy. A lot of them can say they've been here and they've been there, they've been to Beagle Point and all the rest of it. But not too many of them have been to all 6 directions, so that'll be nice.
Body 5. May host a
One
marked
biological...
Body 5. Landable with atmosphere.
I don't know how this works, but my app is telling me that this one biological is one of 3. And there's a cheap one, it's 1 million. And the most expensive is just under 4 million. So that might be worth it to go. Actually, let's mark this just in case. There.
Body 6. Landable with atmosphere.
Because no one else has ever been here.
Body 8. May host a marked biological and has high biological
Ooh.
value. Body 8. Landable with atmosphere.
So, what was I saying? Completely forgot. Yeah. Oh yeah, the body. So I'm going to go to the first planet, and then I'll know exactly what's there and how much it's going to pay out if I go down and sample it. And based on that, I will decide whether I'm going to go to the other planet. Generally, they have the same kinds of things. And this is really what I was going to say. It's only like 4 million, but because I will be the first person to ever set foot on the planet,
System scan complete.
I get the first footfall bonus, which multiplies all my exobiology rewards by 5, so that 4 million becomes 20, and that's not bad. It's on the lower edge of what's acceptable to me, but yeah. So, damn, we should map 1 and 2. A bit less than 250,000 each. So we'll go here because they a little bit closer. It'll be longer to go to the other one first and then come back. That won't be efficient. As you play the game, you work out strategies for minimizing time wastage. It's a pity you don't have like retro retro thrusters or something that you can actually use. I mean, you can accelerate and decelerate, but there you don't have any brakes as such. You just slow sort of naturally. Ooh, we are close enough. So 1, 2, 3.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Surface scan complete.
So that's 1, and we need 2. These planets are a little bit more spaced out than in other systems, but it's not too bad. They're still in the hundreds of light seconds and not thousands. I play other space games as well. I play No Man's Sky, Space Engineers, Empyrean, Galactic Survival. I think that's about it. Those are the main games that I play, but none of them give me the feeling of actually flying a spaceship. This comes closest to it by a long way. Come on, out of range, out of range. There we go.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Okay, that's done. And now Planet 5. So that was 500,000 for those two, for mapping those two. And now we go and see what biology is on this planet's surface. And if it's not the 4 million one, then I'm out of here. Of course, if it is, then I should probably go to planet number 8 and go and take samples down there as well. off. Gotta fix that one day, whatever it is. Still, I think I've made a little bit of progress. I've done a fair amount of jumps. I've scanned a fair amount of planets. I even found some exobiology. And yeah, it's about time I found some more. Wow, I haven't been down to a planetary surface in about 15 or 20 jumps or something like this. Which is fairly unusual. I would love to know how realistic this game is with regard to the amount of life in the galaxy. How accurate this game models it compared to real life. Personally, I'm pretty sure there's stuff out there. Whether they're sentient or not is another question. But I'm fairly sure we're not the only life in this galaxy. We might not even be the only life in this solar system. We just don't know. We can come up with all these theories and formulas and all the rest of it. I don't know if you know what the Drake equation is. It's a guess. It's a guess. You can't make any decisions based on it because it doesn't have any data. Zero data. It's all speculation. It's all assumptions. Final push in Mentor. I think that's referring to the Thargoid War, which I'm not really interested in.
May host a marked biological.
Okay. Fumaroles. There we go. Bacterium, which is cheap. Huh? It's only got... bugger. Okay, we're out of here. Next system.
Selecting next system en route.
Frameshift drive charging.
So... oh, that's definitely not worth going down.
Okay.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
11 bodies. Give me some decent biologicals, please. Something worth me going down and searching for. Okay, let's have a look. Doesn't look good. Icy bodies. Oh, there's only 11 of them. So let's see. Oh, it wasn't something over there. Okay, let's do
Body
these.
5. Landable with atmosphere.
I don't want landable with atmosphere, I want landable with exobiology. With
Body 1.
lucrative
Landable with atmosphere.
exobiology.
Body 4. May
One
host a marked biological.
There's a cheap
Body
one.
4. Landable with atmosphere.
I remember a few gaming sessions ago, I also had a dry spell like this where I didn't find anything, and then there was a system that had huge biologicals. I mean a huge number of very, very good biologicals.
Frameshift drive
So
charging.
I'm hoping the same kind of thing is true today.
Adjusting for jump.
Scanning now.
System scan complete.
Okay, that was quick.
Fuel scooping complete.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess not every system can have 81 bodies in it.
Frameshift drive charging.
And this gets us a little bit further on our way.
Faster than light velocity reached. All systems check out. No unusual activity.
Scanning for information.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
20. Okay. And we're upside down again. That should do. Let's see what we have here. Gas giants? Yeah. Nope. Not worth mapping.
Body A2C.
Ooh,
May host a marked
biologicals.
biological and has high biological value.
Yo.
Body A2C. Landable with atmosphere.
They're all cheap, but there are 3 of them. I think what I will do, I'll go and map this. and just see what's likely to be down there. Now, go and see, go and map it, and if it's all crap, yeah, give it a skip. 'Cause there's really not much there. Highest payout. Oh, one of them could be 11, almost 12 million. Yeah, that's definitely worth going to check out. Okay, yeah. The app I'm using to tell me the values of the biological signs is called Elite Observatory, and I'm pretty much recommend it. Been using it now for a good couple of months, and it's pretty damn handy when you're doing this kind of thing in the game. And then for actually moving on the ground, I use SRV Survey. And again, I've been using both of these two for a good couple of months now, and to be honest, you shouldn't do exobiology
B1A.
without both of them.
Landable with atmosphere.
ED Discovery is a great help, but it doesn't have the same features as these two things. Maybe they'll implement it at some point, but at the moment it just doesn't. Hence the need for 3 different apps. And 19 and 20. Alright, let's go and have a look at C2. We're going to map it, and if one of those if one of the biologicals that is there is worth 11 million, we're going down. Definitely. Because 11 million times 5, that's 55 million right there. And actually, while I'm on my way, I want to check something. There we go. That can be busy in the background while I'm doing my thing. Ah, there we go. Alright. Let's be on our merry way. It's a new channel. I've had it a couple of months. I'm not really into I'm not motivated really to try to build it, and I just like do it. I stream because, yeah, why not? It's an old game. Elite's been out for, must be going on like 8, 9, 10 years, something like this. I don't remember now. Everyone's moved on to different games, so I don't really think many people are going to watch me playing it. I'll do it anyway, whatever. I can, so I do. So anyway, it's quite a new channel. I don't stream as often as I'd like, maybe twice a week, possibly, sometimes less, sometimes much less. But I am looking forward. Every now and again somebody chats, which is very nice. But I've also got a Discord server, Bannor Gaming, and I'm looking forward to having the first person join and having a chat. I don't know how likely this is. Don't know who it will be. I mean, somebody that I know from real life, or I have no idea. But I think for me that'll be quite a milestone. For probes, we will do it in 2. Now, I need to have this on to swap the exobology, see which one is where.
Surface scanned by
Body A2C.
Bacterium.
May host a marked biological and has
1
high
million.
biological value.
Stratum. 1.3. Okay, so the 1 million, 1.3. The 11 million has disappeared from the list. So no, we will not be going down. Thank you. Next system.
Selecting next destination.
frameshift drive charging.
Leaving system.
So I've been streaming. Wow, 3.5 hours already. Wow. Okay.
That's affirmative.
System scan complete. Fuel
I knew it was a couple of hours, but 3.5? Wow. That's a surprise.
fuel scooping complete.
And it's 11 o'clock, pretty much exactly where I am now.
Frameshift drive charging.
11 p.m. that is. On Friday, 13 September.
Maximum velocity engaged.
Always amuses me about how grown adults
Exit
can be
destination confirmed.
afraid of numbers.
Arrival in 5, 4, 3,
Be quiet.
2, 1.
Adding information to database.
Fuel scooping.
12 bodies. Yeah, so like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by a voice attack, always amuses me about how grown adults are scared of numbers. Ooh, number 13. Ooh. It's evil, it's bad. It's a number. It comes after 12. Get over it. Oops. Let's see what we have. HMC. Ooh, just over 200,000. If that is the highest paying HMC, not really interested.
Body 6. Landable with atmosphere.
Landable with atmosphere. I don't want you to tell me that. I want you to tell me landable with exobiology. Some more HMCs. $213, slightly more, but what distance? Oh, not too far. Oh, these are. I don't really want to go and map all of these. 250 is acceptable. I mean, it's just over 200,000 each. But, you know, really?
System scan complete.
No. Thank you, but no.
Frameshift drive charging.
Course adjustment. Temperatures are at an acceptable level.
Confirmed.
Fuel scooping.
Body 2. Wide ring. Body 4. Wide ring. New codex entry.
Fuel scooping.
Y
Huh?
type star.
A Y-type star. 23 bodies. Y-type star. Okay, I have no idea what that is. And an HMC worth, okay, 281. That's worth it. It's worth going to map it, that is. I guess
New
giants?
codex entry.
Huh?
Water giant.
Oh. Okay. For anyone watching, maybe I should explain how these codex things work a little bit. Our solar system is divided up into different areas, and each time you discover something in an area for the first time, you get a codex entry for it. It's like a little achievement kind of thing. Like you've found one of these, and there's a small cash payout for it. But that's only valid for that area. You can go and discover the same thing, exactly the same thing in another area, and it's counted as a new discovery. And you get another codex entry for it. So I discovered a Y star here, but I'm pretty sure I've discovered Y stars in the past. Just not in this particular area. And water giants and all those good things. Yeah, there's three nice HMCs there. Together they will give me 900,000 for 3 of them. It's not bad.
New Codex entry. Terraformable rocky body. Body
Ooh.
2D. Landable and terraformable. Landable with atmosphere.
Now this is worth
High
a little
value
bit.
body.
Just over 2 million. Almost 10 times the amount of HMC. Thank you all. That is appreciated. Ooh, there's still more things there. A water world. Awesome.
Body 3. High
That's
value body.
worth just under 2 million for mapping. See, this is why I fly a little way away from the sun. If there was a planet behind there and I was closer, this would block much more of my view. And then I'd have to come out of this mode, fly around the sun, and it's just a hassle. So you're gonna
Body
get
4B. Has high biological value. Body 4B.
no, it doesn't. Not
Landable
really.
with atmosphere.
Just under 1.7 million. There's only one signal. No. It's not really worth the time. Time is, in this game, time is money. Can be money. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Okay.
System scan complete.
Alright, so 1, 2D, and 3. 1, definitely. 1, 2D, and 3. I need to go visit them. See, 1 is super close. HMC. What is landable? doesn't say it is, so I can only assume that it is not. Eight probes. Okay. I think I need to do 4. Let's do 4. It's not often that you get planet that needs 8 probes. Or 9, come to think of it.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Oh, you bugger. Okay, so that was 1, 3. Waterworld, definitely need that one.
Surface scan complete.
And yeah, planet number 1 was not landable. Unfortunately, let's see. Yeah, not landable. Yeah, we'll do these, and then I'll see what time it is. I might call it after this system. We'll see. Ooh, 10? Wow, 10 probes. Okay, wow. That is a surprise. Okay, so if that's the center, that's the edge, and that misses. I need to come to about here. I wonder how accurate that's going to be. Let's see. Ah, wrong button. Oh, okay, close. So if I do a little bit more, and then, oh, that should have been a little bit more, and then the actual edge here and there.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Let's wait a little bit, see how these land. Not used to doing 10 probes. Come on. Ah. Oh, I think this one will do. So there. I hope that gives me the last 10% I need. So if it gets to 90, it's counted as... yes.
Surface scan
Thank you all.
complete.
And 3 and 2D. There. Seems like someone's excited to play the game tonight. Yeah, I think after this system I'm gonna call it and go and get some sleep, because it'll be probably almost 4 hours or so. Ooh, I'm close enough. 6 probes. Oh, that's better. So 1, 2, 3, and this one, 4 probes.
Surface scan complete.
I wonder if I can do this little planet with just one. Because I'm right here, may as well.
Surface scanned by 50%.
No, okay. So 6A, 6B.
Surface scan complete.
We can do this.
Beyond safety limits.
That helped a little bit. Whoa. Oh, I thought I was going to do another loop of shame there. Ooh, close enough. 6 probes. 1, 2, 3. 3 out of 6.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Alright. 6A, 6B. Where is it? Ah, it's right on the other side of this gas giant. Bugger. Yeah, I'm definitely tired. Gonna map this planet and I'm gonna shut it down. One, two, three. That should do it.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scanned.
There we go. Next system.
Locking next star system.
.2. That's almost at the maximum of my jump range. Cool. Alright, but like I said, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm almost falling asleep here. So I'll just stop right here. And that's it. Oh. Yeah, so to the people who joined, thanks very much. I hope to see you again. And until then,